All right, come on in.
That's actually so cool.
This is my 10-year-old son, Beckham. And Beckham loves two things, rocket ships and gaming. Well, today we're gonna build him the most futuristic bed that's out of this world. Let's get started. So this is not a whole lot of space. The first thing we need to do is get ourselves a blank canvas. Let's get rid of this bunk bed. Well, we got ourselves a blank canvas, which is great when it comes to building something new. However, we came up with a slow start with that stupid bed, and all the nuts and bolts had to be taken off in order to take it apart. Well, that's a Wayfarer bunk bed for you.
You're looking to sell this thing, right?
Yeah, but now it's like, how do you convince somebody to buy it when there's so many damn pieces?
Lightly used?
Lightly used, yeah. Hopes and dreams. Good luck. Well, you can trust one thing for sure. Your kids will try to sneak snacks into their beds when they shouldn't be. I mean, to be honest with you, you can't get mad because I'd probably be doing the same thing if I was 10 years old. And mom and dad said, no candy in bed. That's a part of my life I'll never get back. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna have a loft bed on top here, get some cool little intricate patterns and designs. This part was gonna be floating, and then down below, we're gonna use this wall there. We're gonna have like a TV there, a nice wraparound desk right there. I wanna keep this part open so you can walk in from here, but we're gonna need to suspend like a post there connected to our rafters to keep it flowing. This part was gonna be reinforced there. And then what I wanna do is I wanna have to kind of create that spacecraft kind of look. I want some backlighting, right? So I want some stuff to stick out more. I want LED strips inside these contours. So they're kind of putting out light. Basically anything that has these weird patterns and shapes of like cabinets, they're all gonna have backlighting on it. Essentially, it's like the inspiration I'm getting is the movie Tron, where everything has all these like white etchings. I think that's gonna create such a cool space for a 10-year-old kid that, let's be honest, even a 37-year-old kid like me would probably enjoy being in. I put a war cry on our private community called the Builders Lodge for ideas, things I need to incorporate in this bed. And I got some really good ideas from all of you there, and I can't wait to start executing them. First things we're gonna do is start working on the top sleeping platform, get all that reinforced, and it'll at least at that point give us a good structural bones to work off of. Of course the battery's dead. Why wouldn't it be dead? We'll do it old school. Find the stud, measure 16 out, and hopefully that'll be in place. Here's the game plan. This is just a little brace. I'm gonna pick this up on my own, sit it on top, carefully come in, put some screws in, and then use this extra 2x4 as a brace, which will allow for me to figure out how I'm gonna construct the sides of it. I have some ideas, they're pretty good. Ugh. 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 Let's make sure we still have plenty of room for door access. Good, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, it's a lot higher than I thought it would be, actually. 35.
What are you doing down there?
Well, I'm looking at the top bunk, the loft part, and it looks a little small, to be honest with you, but it's deceiving. So I'm 6'2", so if I was to sit up in bed, I wanna see how much headspace there is. So for a 10-year-old kid, it'll be perfectly fine. So yeah. I mean, part of me kind of wants to lower it, maybe an extra inch or two, because this is sufficient. That, not so much so far. You might be wondering, what the hell am I doing? So that side is gonna have a wall. This is not. Obviously the brace is not gonna be there. This is gonna be a weak spot in the bed. It's gonna sag, it's not safe at all. So what I'm gonna do is secure this part, not with a post below, I want this open, put to our rafters. So I found my rafter going this way. I have to move this over by, I don't know, looks like about 5-6 inches. And then I'll be able to cut into it, slide my 2x4 in and secure it from here. So this will be supported on that, and that will be supported on a wall, and nobody's gonna get hurt. Not on my clock. It's crazy how building a bed is quickly turning into like framing a house. We got a wall right here. Not quite 60 down center, but we don't need it to be that overbuilt. We're gonna cut into that trim baseboard, and this should fit snug as a bug on a rug. 67.5, I built this at 68. I'm half an inch too big and I don't have a whole lot of wiggle room. And these are nails, they're not screws, so it's not like I could just pop it off without wasting the material. Hate this. Well, there's the attic access and there's no freaking way I'm gonna get my butt all the way through this. This looks like it's 10, no more than 10 inches wide with this cabinet. Good thing I've been not eating like an absolute pig. Maybe I could do like a snake action, but with my luck, I'm gonna get stuck. But I need to get up there to secure that hangover to that rafter that we just cut into. I mean, I could just cut the drywall out here, but I don't wanna repair drywall after this. Oh my, I can't even get my chest through. Yeah, there's no way. There's absolutely no way I'm getting stuck up there. The good news is I have another access, just a little bit longer. But let me go jump up there, get it secured, and go from there. Well, I found the safe passage. Well, I wouldn't call it that safe. My flashlight fell down the stairs and the whole thing, but we made it up here. Really sketchy, a lot of climbing. I had to grab all these rafters and go up. But I think from here on, we'll be able to find where we need to secure that rafter. Here, I'll switch cameras so you can come up here. All right, so let me show where we came from. Down there, way down there, you can see the light flickering or up. That's where my ladder is. And then I had to climb that section below to get up here. And now we gotta go way down there. Hopefully we can find our 2x rafter and secure our floating bed to it. Check in here in a second. Wish me luck. Good news, folks, we found our studs sticking out right over here. Gonna put 2 solid lags in there and try to safely get out of here before the ghosts get me. Everything always looks so much creepier just with the light like this and in the attic. Are you afraid of the dark? Oh, it worked. I couldn't be more excited. I will be honest with you, as I was up there, first of all, this whole project, I was not really focused. I didn't know how to solve certain parts of the equation. Really, I started understanding that sometimes you have to start working on a project before you kind of get all the answers. Like you can't just prep everything ahead of time and expect everything. You just get started and solutions come. That's one. And second thing is, one of the things that I found that really kind of keeps my motivation up is if there's parts of the project you dread and you kind of set aside time to figure out that problem and then solve it, that day I won. I won mentally. It could be a prize, it could be whatever. I'm just happy I solved that problem for myself, that I took a little bit of that anxiety off of me. And this right here is a testament to that. Couldn't be happier. Let's start putting some joists across here, putting some subflooring on top, so this part could be ready for the bedding. For the mattress, the original plan was to run 2x6s across, then put subflooring on top, and that sucker is basically a stage. It's so strong. However, by the time we put subflooring and then a mattress, there's just not a whole lot of room for the kit to sit up in bed. So what we're gonna do is just put these 2x2s around the perimeter, maybe a couple of reinforcing pieces, and then subflooring in here, so we'll have enough of, I don't know, a drop down, if you will. And then we're gonna cover from the bottom. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pretty strong, especially for a kid who's 10 years old. And I'm sure he'll be 16 and we'll still use that bed. But that's the plan so far. I'm reminded of that song. You know that song where it goes, you can't always get what you want. And the reason I'm reminded of this song is I have this vision here and there's so many elements that I want to put in, but I can't base off the space. So I have to consider the closet door opening. So there's enough space. I have to consider this walkway space. But here's the problem I'm trying to figure out is I need, again, like a nice transition here to kind of create a little bit of abstract look to give it that spacecrafty vibe. So ideally what I'd like to do is run like a thing that bumps out like this, and then an angle, and then another angle, and then slant down, and then run LEDs right in the middle of it, right? Like Tron kind of idea, which will make a great transition for the desk. But I can't do that because the board would run this way. That's easy to move, that's not a problem. But then I have these light switches here, which they don't have a lot of slack to move them. So here's what I've come up with, a nice compromise, because I can't get what I want always. I think what I'm gonna do is just bump it out to the side here. I don't have any trim here, which is perfect. And I'll just run it off the butt end of this. It'll bump out maybe 4 inches. It'll slant down to the length of the desk, and then do another slant and a little kind of configuration that it needs to do. I think that'll look really freaking cool. It's a good compromise. If we know anything about a good relationship is, you gotta compromise. This is the kind of planning I do. I just visualize it. You're at redneck ingenuity. This is idiot ingenuity. 19 inches. Okay, you can't get to that light. I don't know, I'm getting carried away with this whole design idea, but you can't access this with this being in the way. I gotta chop this down, bring it up to here, and then configure something. It'll be fun, but this blows, man. I was really exciting how everything's coming together. I'm just doing some research and development for where to put the electrical. So up here, I want to put an outlet here just for the kid to charge his cell phone once he gets one, or maybe he's on his iPad and we said you could stay up, you know, an extra 30 minutes. I want to put a little sconce light here because he can't reach to turn on the lights. You'll be able to flip a light here and then have like a reading light, if you will, like a nightstand, right? Now, if we make our way down below, the idea here is I'm going to have a desk here, probably a wraparound desk. I'm gonna put that TV or a TV in here so you can game and all that stuff. Flip over here. This could be his like little writing desk. Maybe he's trying to build something. But I will have an outlet here in case he needs to put something, or maybe even below. And I'll need a switch here, and the switch is gonna operate all the LEDs. So we're gonna borrow power from this outlet, and then we're gonna run electrical wire for all the LEDs to come out through all the different spots. That way you can come in here, flip, all the accent lights turn on, turn it off when you're done gaming, go up to your bed, turn on the lights, stay up a little bit, charge your iPad, your phone. That was weird. And get to bed. Of course. I absolutely hate running wire through all of these walls in this house. First of all, it's a fantastic home because every wall all the interior walls, including this one, are insulated, which is great for efficiency, but really, really sucks when it comes to feeding a wire, just because insulation makes it a lot more difficult than having a hollow wall. But it also helps with soundproofing, right? So if you're loud in here, it's not loud downstairs. It's a trade-off, I guess. If you're brand new to like building stuff and you're putting in electrical, this was called an old work electrical box. And so is this. And the way they work is when the drywall's already been finished, meaning like you didn't buy a brand new home, you create a hole, you puncture that in, and then you use a screwdriver or a drill, screw those in, and these flaps open up. They do the same thing here. On a new work box, that's brand new construction. Studs are exposed, you nailed the box in, and then you cover it with drywall. So in case you're like, what the heck are you doing? I'm new to this. I just bought my home. What should I do? That's what it means.
What are you doing?
I am building a house within a house.
Was the first house not enough?
Well, you know how we need some extra time alone? I decided if I build our kids their own houses, we can get that special time together again.
You think they're gonna stay in their houses?
I hope. That way they don't have to move out. They could just, you know, we can say, go to your own home.
Go to your own house, goodbye.
So what are you thinking?
This is cool. What's the plan?
Well, it's a bunk bed like I told you earlier. That's not a huge surprise, but you know how Beckham loves like spaceships and science and all gaming also, like any kid does though? I figured I kind of combine everything together to build them a bunk bed. That's a loft bed.
We're gonna do at the bottom. Desk?
Well, that's the desk part. So I figured I build like a wraparound desk here, cabinet underneath there, mount the TV underneath here so he can game and do his thing.
Oh, nice.
But I figured like to make it really cool and unique to him where, imagine like Tron, you know how Tron, everything is like lit up white?
Yeah.
I want to do the same thing here. So it's kind of a little bit abstract here, right? So we'd have LEDs running this way. We would have this like abstract little design there that everything would be inlaid with LEDs.
Huh.
And everything
That's all he's ever wanted is like 1 million LED lights in his room.
He's obsessed. He keeps stealing LED lights from everywhere and installs it in his
Well,
brother's
no,
room.
he'll tape it. He'll like tape it on his walls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that on the bunk bed?
Oh my gosh.
The old one? Yeah.
He taped LEDs here that are battery packed. I found, oh look, there's some taped right there.
Oh, see? Yeah.
So we figured like, might as well make it really cool for him. So we'll have like a switch here that everything will turn on. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do the staircase, but it's gonna be here. He'll climb up and then I have a little sconce light for him there. So
You should do like a rock climbing wall or something because you know Beckham.
Yeah.
He won't ever just climb the stairs. He's gonna jump up the stairs.
Now imagine this, you have a 10-year-old kid. It's midnight, he stayed up too late downstairs, falls asleep on the couch, and you go, buddy, go to bed.
gonna go up.
And you imagine the sleepy kid is trying to like Alex Holland, the
What you
free
do-
solo guy, trying to climb into his bed.
You know what you should do? No, make it a challenge. Just no ladder at all.
No
find
ladder.
Find
you
your
figure
way
it out
up.
every day. He'll just sleep on the floor.
I know he will.
But I'm gonna put a sconce light right there, so it's like a reading light.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna have an outlet for his like iPad in case he's in bed.
No, he's not allowed to have his iPad in bed.
But I'm also thinking, imagine he gets older and he has like a cell phone, right? If he's like, 16 years old up there and he needs to charge his phone, he's not gonna leave it down here. He needs like a nightstand thing. So I'm just kind of thinking
He's gonna leave his phone down
throwing
here.
it up there. That way he can turn off the lights here, run up there, turn on the lights there, and vice versa.
I mean, regardless, it's nice to have an outlet, but they're not allowed to have their phones in their beds.
Yeah, but what about a nightstand?
Yeah. Well,
Jack-
this is his nightstand.
No, Jack has a nightstand and his phone's reachable.
True.
What if you took your phone and put it into the bed, into like the bathroom?
People do that. People have been
Do
doing
they?
that. The EMF.
Oh, the lunatics that think that AirPods are killing and rotting their brains.
They are all the.
I mean, it probably is. We won't know for like 50 years,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So all these people charging their phones in the bathrooms.
good on
They
you.
might be onto something.
Yeah. Well, that's the plan. I don't know how I'm going to accomplish a lot of these LEDs and stuff, but that's tomorrow.
What color
It's
are you
just a
thinking?
problem. I don't even know how I'm going to build this thing. You asking me about colors?
Well, I need to know in advance.
We'll figure this out.
Well, you need to ask Beckham because this is all your guys'
It's gonna be
jam.
dark and moody, like a spaceship, right? So whatever darker color.
Yeah. I feel like this is all you guys. There's no, you don't need me for anything.
Let's be honest, 90% of the projects are always me. Except for the color
I
that I
think
need
people
like
like to
last
think
minute.
I actually help you, but I really don't.
By the way, here's some like full curtain pull behind the scenes stuff. The way we operate is I'll design something and then the day of I need to paint something, I'll be like, I need a paint color for me.
It's very stressful because I'm like, I don't know. Like I need to sit down and like figure out what color. And he's like, no, I need it by 12 p.m. today. I'm like,
What, you need time to pray about it?
That's what happened with Harper's bed. But you know what?
I
did
awesome.
it. I know. I work well under the pressure, I
Everything
guess.
works out at the end of the day. All right, I'm gonna get back to it. Today's electrical, tomorrow's cover up. And if we're gonna cover anything up, I need to get
Didn't
down
you
to
just
this
start this yesterday?
stuff. Yeah, I know, I'm pretty amazing, aren't I? I'm gonna die early. Like
No.
heart attack, stroke, something like that.
But you'll
So
die.
enjoy the ride while I'm here, folks.
But you'll die ripped.
Maybe I'm fine. Maybe that's the whole thing is I'm building everybody like a cool thing in memory of me.
In memory of Dad.
All right.
Is Jack next?
This is gonna hurt me one day. I already know it. All right, I gotta finish this off.
Okay.
Is that a Zen can by your knee?
It looks like it, doesn't it? No, your boy's been off Zins for about 2.5 weeks now. So this is my way of still looking cool in front of my friends. So I don't have to tell them that I quit the stuff. They'll be like, oh, Alex is back. And they go like, can I bum one? I'll say, oh, it's fresh out. I just gotta throw it away. You gotta create an illusion. LED is gonna be run with this 18 gauge 2-strand wire. Very cheap, regular old wire. It's used for a lot of different things. So what we're going to do is start from the section that's gonna have the driver. I still don't know if it's gonna be a utility box or just under the cabinet. We're gonna have a strand go underneath the illuminating from the bottom of the desk. Then we're gonna have a strand come on top, illuminating the top. Somehow we're gonna have to be efficient enough to send it on top here so it runs all this little edge like Tron, and the same thing all the way across here. This is just gonna be just a zoo of 18-2 wire going through it. And you know what? I'm here for it. You wanna hear the method to my madness? Well, here it comes. The driver is gonna be there, plus the 120 volts that are coming from the power. Boom. It's gonna light up underneath the cabinet right here, and it's gonna illuminate the desk and everything. Then, it's gonna piggyback off of this one, move it here, LEDs will connect here, and then it'll wrap this sucker all the way up, like the movie Tron, or any really cool spaceship. Then, we're gonna hit the same driver, go up here, and tag it right there, which will illuminate the top ceiling, having this like down lighting. That's really cool. But that's not all. We're gonna hit the driver, come up here, go through that deck, pop up out here. It'll then run this entire track, illuminating upward. Going up, pause, split the bridge across. Now, don't worry, I notched this. The part that I notched is not the load-bearing part. This is the load-bearing. This is just filler, so it's easier to cover it with MDF or whatever we use later. Continues the track here, and it's done. I think I got enough of all these LED tracks, but I'm also positive to know that in case I'm missing something, we'll be able to piggyback off of any of these lines that are sticking out. This is a bummer, dude. I forgot to run the cable for the LEDs there. Now that's done, I'm gonna go patch up all my holes. That stuff's gonna be boring, you don't need to see that. And then tomorrow, which is gonna be the third day, Wednesday, we're gonna start wrapping the sucker. See you then. This is annoying. I'm building something on the second floor of the house. So that means you gotta go all the way downstairs, all the way in the driveway, cut something, and then walk your butt all the way back in here. Today's wrapping day, so you better believe it's gonna be a long one. Let's get into it. You know what I was actually just thinking about last night after like finishing working on the bunk bed is how much it's gonna suck when my kids grow up and they have their married spouses or partners and they come over for the holidays and spend the night. I'm gonna have to destroy and demolish this loft bed that I'm building for Beckham and Harper's bunk bed that I did in order to put like a regular grown-up kid bed in there, which I don't know. I still have plenty of time. The kids are little. But there's gonna be a day where, you know, I'm dropping all this money, I'm putting all this effort, and I'm building all this stuff that's built in, and then I'm gonna have to demolish it, and that's gonna suck. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna soak in these little memories of them actually living out their dreams. I mean, could you imagine if we were like 10 years old, or Harper, like she's 5, and we had a playhouse bed or a gaming loft bed? Childhood would be incredible. All right, guys, you know that we're always on this channel trying to improve the curb appeal of our home, both on the outside and improve our homes on the inside as well. Well, today I want to show you a product that I just recently got into that I'm really excited about that's going to help increase the curb appeal. And they're the sponsors of today's video, Doorbird. Now, this beautiful piece of technology is a smart intercom from Doorbird. There are many different smart intercoms or doorbells on the market, and they all look the same. They're all black, techie, and finicky, and oftentimes they just, you know, kind of take away any kind of class from your home, but not with Doorbird. Doorbird's on a mission to bring elegance to your front door and not just smother it with a bunch of fancy little tech. They have a lot of cool different features and faceplates that attach to make the front entrance nice, elegant, and beautiful. The color that I went with is a brass plate on top. We have a nice HD camera there, a disguised intercom that also hides the screws, as well as a call button that you can customize and write your family's name or any kind of name if you'd like. But that's not just the only one I have. Check this one out. Now I also have another Doorbird at the side entrance of the home. And this is great because anytime packages get delivered, I'm able to have a conversation with the delivery drivers to say, hey, just leave it there. I'll be there in a second. It has a super crisp HD 180-degree camera so you can see all your visitors, night vision, it has audio and video integration. And the best part about it, it's got free cloud storage. So you're not paying for any kind of memberships or any kind of crazy membership plans that go along with it. It's just buy it and use it. But the integrations get even better. Let me show you what's inside. Now, one of my biggest pet peeves is solicitors. Most of the time you open the door, they try to trick you, no matter if you have signs or not. But I now have an indoor unit from Doorbird, and which allows me that anytime they press the button and call, I'm able to see audio and video and politely tell them we're not interested. Installation of the Doorbird is super easy and simple. You do not need to go hire any skilled professionals, though you can. But there's a couple of different options. You can go with the PoE, which is power over Ethernet, or you can go with the network with power connected straight into your router, or the method that we chose to go with just because it was the fastest and easiest is simply Wi-Fi and power. And what that means is you simply connect it to your high-speed internet, and at the same time, there's no need for constant recharging of your doorbells. The Doorbird Smart Intercom is made in Germany with the highest elegance and class in that design. I absolutely love it. Make sure you click the link in the description to go check out the Doorbird Smart Intercom for yourself. Now, let's get back into this video. Here's my thought process for the very top. I think it's gonna make it very extra special. What I wanna do is create steps into it. And they're not abrasive, they have like 45s in there. It's gonna continue here, it's gonna dip. There's gonna be a space opening, I'm gonna put a little railing, and then blend the steps into this. I think it gives us like a futuristic kind of look. Almost kind of reminds me of the old Halo games. I'm not much of a gamer, but that is for whatever reason is coming to my brain. I like it, but I only like it like 50, 60%. This is beautiful. I like this step, but this right here, it's a little too much. I think it's nice because the kid can't roll out of bed, but you know, we don't need a full guardrail that big. So maybe bring it down like this, carry it up, come in, and then bring this up there. And I think that'll, I wanna say like open it up a little bit. This is not a bed for a toddler. He's almost 11, so he knows how to not, you know, get hurt. Besides, the mattress, this will be a guardrail. This will be way above the mattress. We should be good. I just want it to look open, but also badass. Is that much to ask for? That's what we're looking for. This is exactly what I wanted, and that way I can just run this little piece up, and it looks open enough, not so claustrophobic, yet futuristic enough. Progress report. Really like how everything's turning out. However, I feel like it's missing something. I'm digging. Everything's got that vibe, that spacecraft vibe, especially with this thing here. And the types of LEDs we're gonna go with, it's gonna be perfect. However, there is something missing here. I think I'm gonna do another little slanted triangle that's gonna go like this, just something subtle. And what that's really gonna do is just kind of match that, gives you that spacecraft look, but also it's gonna be a little bit of a transition from the countertop or cabinet that's gonna go right here. Nothing too crazy, just something subtle. Let me go whip that out. I'm sure I have some 2x4s like that left over. It's LED time, well, close. It's the channels for the LEDs. See, these caps right here are gonna get placed. I'm using channels with a diffuser, and that's gonna give it that cool look that we're going for. So what I'm envisioning is right in the middle, right? I got a few of these. They're gonna line up this way, and up there. We're gonna throw one right here. Now, these are gonna be the visual ones. Everything else is gonna be concealed, so it's just only gonna put out the, I don't know, the glow of it versus you actually seeing the neons itself. So we'll place these on, and then we'll put pieces on the outsides of it so the channel can sit in there. Then I'm gonna remove the channel because then we'll have to prime and paint it, and then we can gently put it back in. Gently. Everything's looking so much cleaner now. I'm really glad the way we executed that. But we're gonna have to make the kid a table here. And he's really excited. He's been talking to me. Today's day 4 of us building this. Impressive. I know, I'm just kidding. That's Irina and Beckham are the only people that are impressed. We need to build a desk. And what Beckham's excited about is this wraparound desk. I don't wanna go spend a bunch of money on butcher block or anything like that. Mostly at the same time because there's no necessary reason for it, but also I wanted to kind of match the whole thing that's going on. I don't want like walnut and then a painted thing. So we're gonna use MDF. We're gonna build a wraparound thing and then a cabinet here. But to make it, I don't know, a little bit more sturdy, what I'm gonna do is put little like 1.5 inch pieces around and then sandwich 2 sheets of MDF together. That will give us girth and you know, we could all use it, right? But it'll also give us strength. And at the same time, when the kid does kid stuff, right, where he draws with a marker on the desk or anything like that, we can just paint right over it, sand it, paint it, back to business. Let's get some cuts going. tight fit, all right, and nothing makes me happier when I make a cut and it's a tight fit. I'll make a correction. There's three of the world's greatest sounds. Number one, a child giggling. Number two, hitting a stud. Number three, that dull sound when you got a nice tight cut. Of course, we're running into a problem here. This was supposed to be below this countertop here. Miscalculation on your boy's side, but that's not a big deal. What I'm gonna do is just kind of put a hole right here, like a round Forstner bit maybe, and then I could use my little chopsticks to fish it out, and that'll continue all of our lights, which is gonna go underneath here and then feed this light strip. We'll be completely fine, folks. Every problem has a solution. We'll find one. That's nice. Oh, it's real nice. All right, today is Friday. That means it marks day number 5 of building this thing. I got the second part of the wraparound desk done. It's ready. We got to work on the cabinet here. Now the cabinet, I don't need it to go all the way across here. I just needed to kind of fit this place. And I don't think I need drawers because by the time there's a chair here, there's not a whole lot of room. So we're just going to do open shelving, but we're going to try to figure out how to incorporate some LEDs because we got it wired for it. So let's go to the shop, plan something out. Hopefully we can make it at least a little bit abstract to match this whole theme, and then go from there. Oh, almost forgot. Today is our Builders Lodge private community private hang today. It's our online live stream, happy hour live stream. We're gonna grab a drink and we're gonna discuss this plan, this build that a lot of our community members helped me actually design and build this thing and got me a lot of input. So join us for the next one. There'll be a QR code somewhere here or there'll be a link in the description. It's a hoot, you're gonna love it. So I can't wrap my mind around how to build like this abstract looking, call it drawer, call it cabinet. Ideally, I wanted it to have like curvature like this, but I don't know how to accomplish it. It's a little bit easier to wrap my mind around some like, you know, square, what are they called? Rhombus, I guess? Trapezoid shapes. But those are easier to wrap my brain around. I've never done it. I'll try it. Worst case scenario, it'll just be a little elevated shelf for him to put stuff on. Definitely can't make it in a drawer. So I'll try to grab some MDF, sandwich them together, do a pattern that I can have back and front, and then possibly take plywood, like 1/4 inch, and wrap it around. This is a Make-A-Wish cabinet for me. I had to learn how to make like radiuses and not just straight cabinetry like that. This will be fun. Interesting, but fun. You know, I think this is the most fun I've ever had building. This is something that I have no idea what I'm doing about, something I've never done before, and I'm just experimenting. And I think the experimenting part is the fun part to me. I feel like a kid again. I feel like I just learned how to build again, you know? But it's looking pretty dang cool. It's symmetrical. I checked all the sides. So far, so good. Now, the next order of business is wrapping it. We could either kerf the cuts on 3/4 inch and wrap it, hopefully, but you'll see all the cuts on the side. Or we try to actually bend 1/4 inch plywood. Let's see how it goes. So much cracking. Okay, I think this might be able to work. There's a lot of cracking that happens, so we have to do it really slow. And I think I'm just gonna go like section by section, secure it with screws, let the cracking happen. I'm guessing the cracking is the internal middle piece of the veneer or plywood. It's my only option before we have to scrap this part of the project. But I'm willing to try. Give the old college try, you know? Try everything once, twice if you like it, before it turns into an addiction. Yeah, this thing's gonna explode. I don't know what to do, man. I mean, this thing's gonna bust itself wide open right there. How do people bend plywood? I don't understand. The curve cuts obviously doesn't work here because, you know, I feel like I should just give it one more college try. I hate this. I hate this project already. I don't know what to do. I suck. I suck. I don't know what I'm doing here. Damn, that sucks. Let the record show this is my absolutely last ditch effort. What's Darwin's whole thing? He says it's not about perfect systems, it's about workable systems of evolution. Well, your boy just evolved into a monkey. And I think this is a good in-between, a good workable solution. It's not what I was planning for, but I like it a lot, to be honest with you. These are just 1-inch strips. The flat part gets a bigger piece, another, 1-inch strips, and then solid piece. I'm not even gonna worry about this side. It's gonna be underneath the cabinet, so we might even just hide cables underneath there. But if you ask me, I kind of dig the look a lot. It's got that little bit of that mid-century modern kind of feel to it. It's just all around unique. Well, we're not having a good day. All that frustration in the garage trying to build this shelf, well, I don't know what I did, but I got my measurements completely wrong and I built it way too big. This thing is ginormous and it looks hideous. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, in here, this is not, that's not at all what I want. I don't know where it went wrong. I was in a weird headspace, but we're here, not gonna moan about it too much. We're gonna come up with solutions. And I came up with a solution that I think is actually pretty dang cool. This is gonna be a nice little bonfire later on. Instead, what we came up with is a little floating cubby, we'll call it, like a shelf. I'm not gonna attach it to the top because I think we can do something a little bit cool. I think if we drop it a little bit, where we create a little space, we'll have LEDs underneath it, we'll illuminate over it, and you could still put stuff in here. He can put his headphones, he could put some of his stuff he 3D prints, his RC cars. I think he'll love it, because I love it, and I think it'll look great. And this weekend, Beckham specifically asked for some shelving on top here, which is perfect because this is the room for it. I just cut some MDFs, put some pocket holes, gonna put some screws in the back. They're not gonna be the strongest shelves, but I think he's only gonna put just little trinkets, so I don't think it's gonna need to hold, you know, a ridiculous amount of weight. I think this looks absolutely perfect. And you know what a good dad does? A good dad knows his kids and anticipates to make things and adjustments for the things the kids like. So, since this is a station for his iPad, the level is actually exactly perfect for his iPad. To be charged in the back right here, he could put all his little trinkets on top here. Absolute perfection. Folks, if you like videos like this, where we do absolute chaotic stuff, be sure to subscribe. We're almost at 1 million subscribers. Let's take this rocket ship to a whole nother level. I'm gonna go grab my sprayer and start priming this thing because the paint that I already picked up is gonna be perfection. It still has It is the next day. Everything is nice and dry. The primer's looking good. I'm actually pretty surprised to see how many runoffs that are actually blended in. There's a little concern thing. I'm gonna need to sand some, but we're looking actually pretty damn good. But the color, we got one figured out. Sea Serpent, Sherwin-Williams. Always faithful. This is the first time we're going with this color. It's modern enough. I didn't want to go black just because I wanted to give a little bit of, I don't know, color. And I guess black is a shade and not a color. But Mrs. M approved this, which means your boy has got an eye for design. Let's throw it on there and see how she looks. That puppy is putting out some paint. I've been using this airless sprayer for a very long time, many projects. Here's what I love and I hate about it. First of all, it's the Wagner Control Pro 130. Cute little guy, gem of a beast. I love the convenience. You just pop this open, pour your gallon in there, and that's it. Here's my only gripe. This thing is thirsty and it puts it out like a garden hose. And there's no way to control the flow. So that's kind of like the only downfall on it. It's like, it's very versatile, 1 gallon, but you're gonna be shooting everything with a fire hydrant. Gonna let it dry, do some touch-ups, and I think we'll be able to tomorrow start installing some of these LEDs. See you in the morning. You know, this color is not at all what the actual sample looked like. I mean, kinda is, but I wonder it's because I went with satin and this looks like a matte, which is a different look, which is a look that I like a whole lot better. But we're fine. We might actually add another color. We'll see. But we're gonna do lights right now. It's gonna help make different contrasts coming in here. I had 2 sets of lights in here. One is ice blue, so it's gonna have that like turquoise almost kind of look running here and there. And then the other one is orange that's gonna kind of look like lava, and that's gonna be everywhere else. We're gonna strip this thin, what is that, 16 or 18-2 wire. And then we're gonna use these little adapter clips for LEDs. So positive and negative go in, you screw the screws in, and the other part of the strip goes into the LED. You can cut them at whatever you want, and then that should power. And to power it, we're gonna run these drivers. You just gotta make sure you do the calculation of how much wattage you actually need, and then go from there. is a bummer, dude.
What's a bummer?
Well, I built this thing with anticipation of putting an LED there, but I forgot to run the cable for the LEDs there. So I have one on top for the overhead, and I have the area for the driver, but I don't have any power for there, which means I have to figure out how to get power there. And that's today's Alex's problem. And I don't like that. That is a broken drill bit. How the hell did that happen? I have no idea. I have a hole here, and the hole is plugged by a drill bit that just broke off. Oh, what a great day.
Did you label the cables?
No. And there's 4 of them. 5 now with this new one that I forgot. So this is gonna be stupid interesting. Like ridiculously. I'm not liking this at all. Originally, I was gonna put a little trim piece to hide the diffuser so it hits the back wall, which is great for the back wall. But here, if you put it here, it'll cover it from that side, but you'll still see it from here, which is ugly. And I don't have enough diffuser, so I just ordered a bunch of them. They'll come in 2 days. I'm gonna hang this up temporarily, continue my thing that I'm doing here, make sure it all powers on, and then I'll come in and install these all the way around, because this will be so much prettier diffused than having wire going like that and having a little trim piece. That's just too much. You're doing too much, like the kids say. Moment of truth. Got everything wired up. I think everything is going to plan. Let's see if they turn on. Fingers crossed. Oh my God. She is gorgeous. Oh, gotta do the happy dance. Oh, gotta do the happy dance. This is, oh my God. This is so beautiful. I'm so relieved, man. This is pure magic right now. Let's do a couple of things. Let's throw up a TV, then I'll do some finishing touches, set it all up, and then we still gotta build the stairs, don't we? Imagine playing video games underneath your bed as a 37-year-old. How sick is that? Steps. Here's the quickest and easiest way I think I found it. So they sell this kind of hardware at both Home Depot and Lowe's. And this hardware is specifically for like DIY projects. They're not for like plumbing or electrical or anything like that. Bunch of different configurations they have. This is 3/4 inch pipe, slides in. There's an Allen key down below. So what we're gonna do is mount them all this way. And they even have, if I can find it, a little plug that goes to the end of our pipe here. Not the cheapest option, this stuff's pretty pricey, but it's definitely maybe the nicest and the easiest one, apart from building a wooden step ladder. Oh man, these are beautiful steps. I think they match it pretty cool. It kind of hits that spacecrafty vibe with the metal there. I got one more step I gotta put. We got a light up there. We got a mattress we gotta bring in. I gotta get all those electronics in here. But let me get everything all dolled up, everything cleaned up, and then we'll bring Beckham in here, give him and you guys the big reveal. See you guys in a second. Okay, ready? All right, come on in.
Yo! Yo, that's actually so cool! Oh my... That's insane!
Isn't that sick?
That's insane! Holy cow! That's so cool!
Good luck trying to leave this room now.
I'm not gonna leave. That's the point. Yo! Come on. Yo, and there's LEDs underneath here.
Yeah, I put a light over there for you to.
Oh my god. Yo, that's so cool. Oh my god, thank you so much.
I thought you might appreciate it.
I do, 100%. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is insane.
Thanks, buddy. Glad you like it.
Oh my, this is way better than any other rooms I've ever had.
This is absolutely the coolest thing I've ever built. To see my kid's face light up for this dream loft gaming bed is incredible. I couldn't be more happier as a father. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. We're almost at 1 million subscribers. And go check us out on the Builder's Lodge. Tons of content out there for you to check out. In the meantime, big question is, what should we build next?